Hello everyone, my name is Michelle Newman and I am the founder of Real Tax Debt Relief. We're a tax resolution firm that has been helping clients for well over 20 years. And my clients that know me as someone who is going to educate them, that's going to share with them information that is going to be impactful to them. So I thought it was important for me to put together a brief review of this new BOI reporting requirement. Now, some of you may know about the reporting and some of you may not. So this new BOI reporting has some stipulations associated with it for a lot of small businesses that don't even know it exists. So under this new reporting requirement, there's something called a Transparency Act. And we're going to talk about what the Transparency Act is. But what is this BOI reporting? Who are we reporting to? What penalties can be assessed for being in non-compliance? Who needs to file this report? What is a beneficial owner? Because that's who needs to file the report. What filing deadlines are in place and how we as a company can help. So for our clients, we're striving, like I said, to keep them educated on what we can do to help them. But this is also for other small businesses that this is new for. So as we look at the Corporate Transparency Act, this is what has developed into this reporting requirement of this BOI report. And we'll talk about exactly what BOI is. But it's aimed at reducing shell corporations that could be involved with illegal activities such as money laundering, funding terrorism and terrorist acts, drug trafficking. So it's just part of an overall effort to get more details about who owns what business, who's involved with the variety of businesses that are out here. So when we look at the BOI reporting, it was enacted January 1st of this year, 2024. And it stands for, BOI stands for Beneficial Ownership Information Report. So basically it's a requirement to disclose who owns or is intricately involved in running an entity, a business, a corporation, LLC. And this reporting has to be done to FinCEN. Now, FinCEN stands for Financial Crimes Enforcement Network. And it is a department within the U.S. Treasury Department. So when I talk about the penalties, you'll see how stiff these are. One problem, a few problems really I found with the BOI reporting was one, most companies that are impacted by this don't know they have to file this BOI report. Number two, the penalties are very stiff. $500 per day up to $10,000. And we don't want you to be hit with these stiff penalties just for not knowing you need to file a report. And three, they have to be filed electronically. Not everyone is electronically savvy to file the reports. The FinCEN site is not inherent in terms of the information that it's asking for, and it can be a bit cumbersome. So the BOI reporting can be a challenge for some. So as we look at the reporting requirements, first of all, who has to file? Who must file a BOI report? Well, it's any entity pretty much that was created by filing with the Secretary of State, no matter what state you're in. If you filed to create an LLC, S-Corp, a C-Corporation, you have filed with the Secretary of State to establish that entity. So, and as such, you're subject to this BOI filing requirement. Now, there are some exceptions. There's about 25 different exceptions on the list that they have. But a lot of those exceptions are for like nonprofit organizations, for businesses that are in the banking industry, the securities industry. So there are some exceptions, and we'll help you figure out if any of those exceptions will apply to you. But for the most part, this is who must file. And it's going to impact most all small businesses that have structured themselves in any fashion. So what exactly is a beneficial owner? Who is a beneficial owner? Well, by definition, it's anyone who owns or controls 25% or more of a company, or anyone with significant control over the company. So although a person may not be on paper But if they have significant control over the company, if they are providing funds for the company in order to conduct business, they're deemed a beneficial owner. So the information that's going to be requested on this report includes name, personal address, identification, whether it's a social security number, whether it's an ITIN number. You have to input your driver's license information or passport information. So there's details that is going to be, required that has to be reported in terms of who is intricately involved in a business. So again, the whole idea was to prevent money laundering, funding the terrorism and terrorist acts, dealing in the drug industry. So the whole idea is to find out who is involved in what business. So as we look at these filing requirements, there are some deadlines, and they're very specific, or you would be subject to these penalties. So firstly, for a company that existed before January 1st of 2024, then the BOI report has to be filed by January 1st of 2025. Well, if a company was created in 2024, there was a 90-day time limit on filing the BOI report, 90 days after the entity was created. And after January 1st of 2025, it's going to be even more stringent in terms of a time frame. A company will have 30 days to file this BOI report and must include every beneficial owner associated with the company. But not only that, the organization or person that may structure a business for someone, they're going to have to report their information as the filer of the documents with the Secretary of State. So there's a lot of stipulations that's attached to this BOI reporting. Now, lastly, if a company has any updates or corrections that need to be made to their BOI report, there's a very short window of 30 days also to make those updates, to provide those changes to FinCEN in an electronic filing method. So like I said, it's not very, very clear in terms of what the information is being asked for. So we have established a method of being able to be of a help, not only to our clients, but other small businesses that may need some assistance. So as we look at this, we do have an option for getting help. So if you really need help, if you need help just even understanding if you are exempt or not, I want you to give us a call. Call our office to find out if you need to file this BOI report. You can also go to our website. We'll have a little information there as well for you to reference. But this is a very, very important filing that must be done within the time frames which have been, commanded, basically. So the BOI reports, like I said, they have to be done electronically, and we have a reporting interface kind of directly with the FinCEN reporting that will enable us to file on behalf of our clients, with our clients. You will also have a dashboard within our system where you have access to your reports. They'll be stored there. You can come back to your dashboard and file for updates, and let us know when you need to have an update done, and we'll help you take care of that. But I just wanted to share a little information to make sure that you were aware of this new filing requirement and that we're here to help you, through the process. Again, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to give us a call.